So, we are teleported back to the main menu because when I went to use the branch on the egg, the game crashed. So, I went and made some compatibility changes and looked up some other things, and hopefully we're set now. I'm hoping that when I click continue the journey, it'll put us back approximately where we were. So, let's see. Awesome. This is The Longest Journey. Released in 1999 by Funcom, what originally drew me to this game are two other games that are in the series. I'm not sure if they're related story-wise or not, but I know they're related at least by developer, called Dreamfall The Longest Journey and Dreamfall Chapters, which look incredible. They're adventure-based, story-driven games. And this one, at least, when I was looking it up, is, I believe, the genesis to all of them. And this one itself, I believe, also is a point-and-click adventure, similar to, like, Daedalic Entertainment games, like Night of the Rabbit and Pillars of the Earth and things of that nature, and I enjoy those games. And, yeah, hopefully enjoy this one, too. I did start it up already to see if the cinematics would work. It's an older game, and I know the cinematics load a little bit differently, and it seemed to run okay, but I do think I'm going to run into some recording problems I already have. But yeah, we're just going to get in and see what happens. Some interesting photos here of tribal things or interesting things, but yeah, let's begin the journey.
So, you've come to hear me tell a story, have you?
If you
Yes.
please, we would love to hear one of your stories. You have seen so much. You have lived so long.
Oh, so good of you to remind me of my age, child. No, don't worry. I am an old woman, but I've lived a long and fulfilling life, and I do have stories to tell. Which story would you like to hear?
A true one. A true story.
All my stories are true, child. There are enough fairy tales in the worlds already. There's no need for me to make up more, believe me.
Tell us the story of the balance, then.
You want the story of the balance? Oh, that's a long story, child, and not one I'd venture to tell at this hour. But perhaps I could tell you a story that I heard a long time ago. A story that became a crucial turning point in the history of the balance, and that set in motion wheels that to this day are still turning.
Please, yes, that does sound like a story we'd like to hear.
Very well. This story, like all good stories, begins where it ends, in a tower, in a realm that is no more.
Alright, so, oh, here we are. This person is in their skivvies.
Oh, no. Don't tell me I'm dreaming again. You know, for once, just once, it would be nice to have a decent night's sleep without waking up screaming from a bad dream at 4 a.m.
Tell me about it. Okay, here we are. During that little intro storytelling cutscene there, I was getting some Princess Bride slash Titanic-y vibes, but I don't know, we'll see. So we have some things to do here. Things to click
There's a
on.
storm heading this way. Even
There
the
it
weather
is.
sucks in my dreams. I feel so charmed.
So she at least thinks this is a dream.
Postcard pretty.
Appears to be all. Okay, alright. Ooh. What do we have here?
What's happening?
What is that?
Oh, perfect.
Bird egg?
I guess if I don't do something to save that egg, I'll suffer 7 years of bad karma or something. Lucky thing the egg got caught between those roots. It's a long way down.
Well, can we... Big egg. Big egg. Touch the big egg.
Did that sound come from the egg? Boy, that's some chick.
Is it going to be like a dragon whelp or something?
I don't think I can get a good grip on it. It's too big and slippery, and I might drop it by accident.
Okay, we can't touch the egg. Twig. Touch the twig. Alright.
Oh, the suffering we must endure.
What?
Why do you take such pleasure in torturing us?
It's just a
Torturing
twig, man.
You? Who are you?
We are the voice of all trees, the spirit of wood and leaf.
You're a talking tree?
No, a tree does not talk. At least not in your tongue. The tongue of trees is the language of wood, root, and leaf.
Who are you then?
Like we said, we are the voice of all trees. Whenever an injustice is done, we must speak for the tree if we are present.
It's the Lorax.
It's the branch. I shouldn't have broken the branch off.
Oh, what does it matter anyway? There's nothing more to be done for us. We are simply here to provide comfort in the final passing to Earth.
We? I only see one of you.
We are one with our host, as we are all one spirit, but legion.
Yeah. Thanks for clearing that up.
We do not expect you to understand. You are human.
Okay, so this anonymous Loraxy tree guy. We hurt its feelings. Perhaps even hurt it physically by taking its twig. What happened to the tree? What's the deal with the egg? What's the deal with the egg?
What's the deal with the egg?
Egg? What egg? Oh, of course, the child.
The child.
Whenever the mother was absent, we were entrusted with the safety of the child. But now, withered and without strength, we can do nothing to help. We have failed the mother, and we despair. Our shame knows no bounds.
Okay, what happened to the tree?
What happened to the tree?
Oh, the pain. As the battle raged, we...
Battle?
Between the mother and Black Chaos. She was only protecting her child, but it would not back down, and the force of their battle shook the mountain. The brook that fed us was led astray, and without water, we began to wither and die.
Who are you again?
We are the wood spirit.
Oh, it just did
We
the
come
last
to all
dialogue option.
trees in the hour of great need, to provide comfort and aid in the passing to Earth, and to give a voice to those who suffer. Our time is running out as we speak. The passing to Earth is about to begin. Leave us now.
What about the egg?
Oh, it is too late. Without sustenance, we do not have the strength to bring it safely home. We have failed, and the Earth will know our shame for all time to come.
Oh, we'll bring it back. Is there anything I can do to help? Or are you always this glum?
Isn't there anything I can do to help?
Oh, we do not expect a human to come to our aid.
Lose the attitude, okay? Just tell me if there's anything I can do.
It is futile. We need water, but there is none. Not after the brook changed course.
I'll find a way. Don't panic.
We do not panic. Unlike you, we accept our destiny. If, however, against all odds, you do succeed, we will carry the child safely back into its nest. Do not make a foolish attempt on your own. It would spell certain misery.
Is the nest not right here? It is foolish to take the egg from there to there, but maybe that's not the nest. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so we need water. I saw this earlier. Options is quit. Okay. Inventory. Stick. Hold stick. Branch? I thought it was called twig earlier. Can we do this? Okay, so a bit of a jump cut there, because when I went to use the stick on the egg, the game crashed. So I made some compatibility changes, looked up a couple things on forums, etc. I think we're good to go now. The one thing I can't change is the fact that the game runs in 640 by 480, and for whatever reason, with my current setup, that is somehow affecting my webcam's capture as well. So this lower quality, despite the fact I'm recording in 1080/30, is just gonna look this way. So at any rate, I replicated everything up to the point where we were at, and now I'm gonna try and use the branch again. We'll see what happens. Hopefully no crashes. On the big egg. To the edge of the cliff. Oh, nope, that's where it was. Apparently I can't use it on the big egg. Maybe that's why it fumbled in the first place. Root? Maybe? Can you reach this? Oh. Oh, I can right click to do that. Okay. Alright, so apparently that's not working. What else do we have? Oh, to the stream. Oh, okay.
According to the, spirit, there was some kind of battle that split the rock and changed the course of the stream.
Okay, can we change the course of the stream? Rock, stream?
According to the fresh mountain water. Back in the real world, they'd probably charge $15 a bottle for this.
Okay, can we... Oh, something's happening. Okay.
I'm not entirely certain what grand purpose this is supposed to serve, but it sure looks like I know what I'm doing.
Okay, so it looks like, I mean, it's in a U shape, so there must be something that nests in that somehow. And I'm assuming drags that water over here. Okay, alright, was there anything else over here to pick up? Let's see. Old tree. Nest.
This is interesting. I've never seen a scale this size before.
Oh, okay, so let's look at
Keep it as a
that.
souvenir.
Scale. Oh, look at that. It's shaped like a chute. Okay. Alright, well let's use this here.
This should do the trick.
Alright, oh, okay. Revitalizing the Lorax a little bit. Alright, tree.
Talk about instant rehab.
What you got for me, tree? Nothing. Talk. Mouth the old tree.
Hello? Hello?
Leave us be.
Are you okay?
I just got you water.
We find our strength returned, and so we have no time for idle conversation. We must drink and rejoice.
Aren't we forgetting something?
Hush, listen. The song of ancient wood. Is it not sweet?
Sweet, definitely. Yeah. The baby's probably ready to boogie down as well.
The baby. Oh, the egg. Thank the earth. We almost forgot.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh, just pulling it up. Okay. See, I told you, from there to there. Uh-oh. Oh,
What? What was that?
is that Mommy?
Uh-oh.
That must be Mommy.
It is you. You have come.
You know me?
April, daughter. I have been waiting
Whoa,
for
whoa,
you.
whoa.
Waiting. Why?
Daughter.
Because it begins here, with you, as it always has.
What do you mean?
The breach and the mending, the pain and the joy, the end of the old and the dawn of the new. A different world. I am the mother of what is, but you are the mother of a future that may yet be.
How will I know? How will I know what to do?
I will guide you, and I will protect you as much as I can. But in the end, you are on your own.
I'm afraid.
You always were, my child, my daughter.
This is probably not a good thing.
Was it the same one, or is that a... Nope, that's a bad dragon. Oh yeah, that's a bad dragon. Oh my goodness. Looking good, April. I have high quality April model turned on. I'm sure that doesn't count the cutscene, but that was an option that I turned on. Oh boy, okay. Chapter 1. Penumbra. Well, it was a pretty dark dragon.
What a nightmare. I'm completely exhausted. I must have been tossing and turning all night.
So that was a nightmare.
So hot
Maybe.
here, too. No wonder I keep having these weird dreams. I've basically been simmering in my own sweat every night this past week. Doesn't look like it's gonna cool down anytime soon, either. It's another sunny day in Newport. Well, it's a good thing the studio's got proper air conditioning. I promised myself I was gonna spend most of the day working, and I don't intend to break that promise. Not this time.
What do we got? What is this? Cash card. Oh, okay. Gonna go on a shopping spree. All right, so the whole dragon egg thing, the whole dream sequence, it reminded me of, well, it's a popular video game trope, but the whole coming back or being summoned or whatever for a particular purpose. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's a game from the age, but it reminded me of this game I played probably around the same time as this game was out, called Revenant. It was a PC game, and I don't know why, just I recall some of that game during that beginning sequence. All right, let's see
I'm
what
not
we got
good at
here.
taking
Plant.
care of living things, but this plant's doing just fine despite months of neglect. I had to borrow some posters from the cafe because I just can't afford to
Borrow?
buy any of my own. When I think about it, that's so depressing.
All right, so we got a thief. Oh, touch the closet. Oh, we have stuff in here. What is this? Toy monkey? Take the toy monkey. All right. It's the symbols one, yeah. So distraction or something usually. those are used for?
Alright, so my wardrobe's sort of chic deficient, but I can't afford to be cutting edge. Useful, practical, and cheap is my shopping mantra.
Me too, girl. Okay. Can we put any of these on, though,
When
is the
fame and
question?
wealth come knocking, I'll buy a wardrobe the size of an ocean liner and fill it with clothes for $1 million. Right now, I'll try to focus on my work.
A clothes with a target on it.
It's a bunch of drawings I drew when I was a kid. I don't even know why I brought them here. They mean absolutely nothing to me. I could only carry one suitcase with me when I left home. There was so much I would have loved to bring, but c'est la vie. At least it was a clean break with my past.
C'est la vie.
I guess when all my hard work starts paying off, I'll get a house and fill it with all kinds of new junk. The past, who needs it?
Okay, alright.
It's real wood.
Wood. It's real wood. Okay, so apparently we can't put any of those on.
That's my desk, so theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work. I think my muse has departed me for greener pastures, though, because lately, inspiration's been fleeting at best. Shelves.
Shelves. Ooh, diary. Let's see, picture first. Oh, it's an actual item. What is it a photo of? Can I look?
It's a picture of Charlie, Emma, and me in Florence Park. Marcus took it about a month ago before it got real hot.
Okay. I'm trying to see how these all fit into the greater puzzle. Talk, read. Can we do this first?
Dear Diary, note to self. Dreams of talking trees and dragons aside, it's still no excuse for talking to inanimate matter in the real world. So quit it.
I assume it's going to be much of the game is her talking to inanimate objects. Okay, so let's take the diary. Alright, another item down. Lamp, yes, no. Books.
I'm part of the should be reading more but life's too short generation. We embrace our illiteracy. The last book I read was How to Seduce the Man of Your Dreams. Now, if I can just find a man to dream about, I'll be all set. That's my work. It's supposed to be a portrait of my life study teacher, but I think he might disagree.
Oh, I see there's a little face in there. Okay, window. Can we open the window? I think it's just the chair, fan, and then exit. That's it. Oh, we'll leave that open. Maybe not.
It's just a chair.
Oh, fan. Okay, it needs to be moving.
That fan is supposed to keep the room nice and cool in the summer. Sure. Yeah. It's at least, 1/4 of a degree cooler in here when it's on.
And it seems like it's intermittent, so it's not even a steady fan. Okay. Two hallway.
Better head over to the studio to do some work. Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay, so it was a triggered event. We could just pick out our clothes and put them on. I don't even remember those clothes being in there. That's okay. Hey.
Hey, babe.
Ooh, it's Rico Suave.
Babe, you're looking real sexy today.
Zach, listen, I've got to run, and...
What's going on, April? How you been?
We'll be cordial.
Pretty
good. And
you?
you?
Fantastic. Listen, April, how about you and me getting together sometime soon? Like, tonight. The pavilion is really cooking this week. We could pop some raptures, do a little close dancing. How about it?
Ooh, pop some raptures. Sounds like a good time.
Sounds like good
Not
fun.
tonight.
But not tonight.
Hey, whenever. Just don't expect me to be waiting around for you forever. No chick is worth that heartache. See you around.
Yeah, that's right. You waddle out of here.
What an asshole.
Alright, what can we look at here? Free access terminal. No plants. Downstairs. Okay, what is this?
Computer.
Voice interface is not installed. Please use the touchscreen interface to communicate with this free access terminal.
Okay, alright.
Oh, okay.
Getting like a
Why not
Bioshock
consider
vibe.
a very reasonable upgrade? In addition to a voice interface, true holo display technology and Instacredit compatibility.
No, I'll just use my hands, thanks.
You are missing out on a great opportunity. If you upgrade now,
Hold on. You understood that. You have a voice interface installed already. Why would I pay to have another one installed?
current voice interface is for sales purposes only.
Of course.
If you take advantage of this very affordable upgrade today...
No, really. This terminal doesn't belong to me.
Noted. Please refrain from voice communication in the future, or you will be reported to the FACT FUB and charged for processing time.
FUB?
Fair Use Bureau. They are authorized to carry deadly arms.
Well, whatever. Sorry.
Oh boy. Alright, so beware the FUB, I guess. Fair use as well. There's topical things. Alright, so can we actually use the touchscreen? Yes? No. Can't actually use it. It did say something about credit though, so I wonder if you can purchase things through it or something with the cash card we have. Not sure. I don't think there's anything else to be done with that though, so we're gonna go downstairs. It might be like a save point or something later, where you do certain transactions through its shop. I don't know. Let's see. That's how we exit, I guess. Here's a TV. Corkboard. Oh, actually go to the corkboard. Okay.
Be considerate. Keep the volume down after 11 p.m. Fiona. San Francisco. Love to go there someday. Someday soon, hopefully. Common room duty roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy. Manual labor. My favorite.
Well, gotta help clean the common room.
Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap? Look, it's Monkey Boy. I'm sorry. Big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day.
Looks like a member of the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know who it is. It looks like a star there. 4, maybe? I don't know. Pink note. Take the pink note. We'll look at that in a second. This is in the script of the font of the game.
Annual summer blowout at the Fringe Cafe, Friday, August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food, live performances by Royne Dale, Harlequin Masquerade, The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar. $10 only. Spread the word.
Okay. Alright, looks like just the pink note was the thing to get from that. So let's look at that.
Found. A gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona.
Okay, Fiona.
I did lose a gold ring a few weeks ago. I hope this is the one.
Oh.
I'll have to ask Fiona about it.
Okay, it actually is. Oh, we got the Bushman from too. Okay, so I was wondering if we were going to have to collect information, lie, sneak to try and get the gold ring for something, but it's actually ours.
The omnipresent screen. I don't pretend to know how it works, but all the data apparently passes through tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension. You know, that really freaks me out when I think about it.
Yes.
Shelves.
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 I hope every shelf throughout the entire game is just her saying shelves. Matchbook. Take it. I'm gonna look at it, see if it has anything on it. Any writings or...
It's a matchbook from the Fringe Cafe.
Nope. At least not right now. Chair.
It's a chair. Emma picked this table up at a flea market for $10 last month. That's $9 more than it's worth.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to avoid clicking on just chairs to get...
It's a chair.
It's a chairs. Try and pick more relevant things. Watch later. I need to interact with some specific
We
thing,
have
like
a nice
move it
view
or
of the
something.
bridges from this window.
What was that to gauge it at that time? Oh, here's Fiona. All right, let's talk to Fiona. Tell her about her ring. Get her ring back.
Morning, Fiona.
Good morning, darling. You're up early.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
Are you feeling all right? You look a little pale.
Have a lot
I
of work
just
to
have
do.
a lot of work to do.
For the exhibition, how's that going, darling?
Good. Fine. It's going. Actually, it's not going so well. I haven't felt inspired in a long time. Weeks. I'm scared that I'll never... What would happen if I just ran out of creativity, Fiona? What if I can't ever finish a painting again? Oh God, I've chosen the wrong line of work.
Oh, darling, no. I just think you work too hard. I worry about you all the time, you know.
Don't.
Well, darling, I do. You should work less and play more. When was the last time you had a boyfriend?
God, don't remind me. That's a depressing thought.
Well, there you are. Live. Enjoy your youth. It goes by too quickly as it is.
Yeah, you'd know, wouldn't you?
Ooh, that's uncalled for. That's downright mean, April. I'm in a mind to kick your ass for that one, and I've won tougher fights, believe me.
Right, so originally I didn't tell her about the nightmare because I didn't know how close we were, but they seem pretty close. Where's everybody outside? I guess let's see what the questions
Can I ask
can
you a few
be.
questions?
Why, certainly, darling. About what?
Whoa. Okay, so there's a lot. Is there anything about the ring? I didn't see anything about the ring. No more questions.
I don't have
okay.
any more questions
Trying to
right
get to
now.
the ring thing first.
Don't hesitate asking if there's something else you want to know.
All right,
Where's
where's everybody at?
this morning?
Mickey's tied up in the basement.
Literally?
Mind you, she's not literally tied up, of course. Although that is a tempting thought.
Are you getting into your sexual fantasies here, Fiona? Because it's a little
Hey.
too early in the morning for that, don't you think?
Sorry, I just can't help myself. Anyway, the plumbing is... You probably noticed when you took a shower, yeah? There's no hot water. So Mickey's working on that. Getting knee-deep in putrid canal water is her job. Thank God.
Oh, Mickey's a girl,
What
okay.
about Charlie? He up yet?
No, he's still sleeping, and Emma just went to bed. I saw her come in when I was making breakfast. Do you know who she's seeing now?
I don't know. Some guy?
Those lads I see her with, darling. She's too good for those assholes. I wish she'd find herself a man who'd treat her right for once.
She hasn't had much luck with love, no?
She's a magnet for creeps, and she's so pretty. They prey on her, you know, bastards.
I've tried to talk to her about it, but Emma's impulsive. She doesn't listen.
She's just as headstrong as you and me, darling, but I'm sure she'll be all right. She's smart and resourceful, and not afraid to speak up for herself.
You know, listening to that, I don't know why, but I can't recall if the note said it was Emma or Fiona who had the ring. That might be why I don't have any ring options. It might be Emma who has it.
Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather?
You joking? Bollocks to that. I'll stay inside until September, thank you very much. It's too bloody hot.
I'm the same way. I hate it when it's hot and humid. I like the colder months. Okay.
Can I ask you a few more questions?
Might not do all these.
I
Let's
don't
see.
mind, darling. Ask away.
It's interesting, though. Well, tell me
me
about Emma.
Emma.
Emma? Why? She's your best friend, darling. I don't know what to tell you that you don't already know. You girls are so close.
Oh, never mind. Emma might know it's my
That's
ring.
true. The day we met, we clicked instantly. It was strange, but cool.
Like me and Mickey then, except for the sex, of course.
That's a pretty big except for, Fiona.
Oh, I guess so. She's the crazy one, Emma is. Not crazy as in mad as a hatter, but crazy in a good way. Fun to be around.
Emma's always been a little weird.
Exactly, darling. She's a flirt, too, and the boys seem to drop like flies at her feet. No wonder. She's a real looker, I don't have to tell you. I'm sure she could have been a model if she'd wanted, but she's an artist, and a good one, too. I really think she'll be a successful artist. Her sculptures are getting a lot of attention.
So she's a sculptor and I'm a painter. We're both artsy.
What did you think of me when we first met?
That's a peculiar question, isn't it? I thought you were quite lovely. I still do, darling.
Do you remember the day I arrived?
Of course, darling. It wasn't that long ago, and I'm not senile quite yet. It was in May, wasn't it? Charlie referred you to me, and you were quite at a loss. First day in the city, wasn't it? I remember. You looked like a lost puppy.
Puppy? Me?
When I saw you lugging that suitcase across the bridge, my heart went out to you. I'm glad you came here. You could have been lost anywhere else.
Anything else you can tell me about Emma?
Anything else you can tell me about Emma?
She ought to be a little more careful sometimes. She's a flirt, and although she doesn't mean any harm, some lads don't take too well to being teased and rejected. You should tell her that, though, being her best friend and all.
I have told her. She won't listen.
No. She does worry me a little, but she's a big girl and she can take care of herself. I'm certainly happy to have her living here. Next to you and Charlie, she's my favorite tenant.
How long have you known Charlie?
Oh, he's one of our oldest tenants. It's close to 3 years, I believe, since he moved in. Charlie is always in a good mood and he's such a gentleman.
I agree. He's an actual, genuine gentleman.
And you don't see a lot of gentlemen these days, trust me. You have a very good friend in him, darling. Perhaps even more than a friend.
What do you mean, more than a friend?
Not for me to say, darling. If you don't realize it yet, you will.
Alright, so Charlie's a potential love interest then. What's up with Zach Lee? Is that the guy upstairs? The kind of like greaser a-hole guy?
What's up with Zach Lee?
Zach? I think we both feel the same way about him, darling. He's not actually a bastard. If he was, I'd have had him out of here in an instant. But he is an arse, and a stuck-up, pompous, arrogant wanker.
He seemed like it.
My thoughts exactly. Aside from that wanker bit.
Still, he pays his rent on time and he doesn't make a lot of noise. He keeps to himself. And most importantly, he's shit scared of me, so I can't just kick him out.
Tell
about
me a
you,
little bit about
Fiona?
yourself, Fiona.
Me? Why? It's not much to say, darling. I love my job, I love Venice, and I love being with Mickey. I'm a happy girl. Sure, sometimes I wish I could go back to England to see my family, but that's water under the bridge, so to speak. I'm very happy with myself and my life here in Newport.
How long have you and Mickey been together?
Mickey and I have been together since I was 19. She was in her late 30s then. The older, wiser, worldly woman. I found her sweet and charming and intriguing. When I finally realized she was neither of those things, it was too late. I was in love. She stole me away from my dreary British inner-city life, and she brought me here. She was no knight in shining armor, that's for sure. She knew how to treat me like a woman.
You guys make a great couple.
You think so, darling? Yes, I guess we do. And the sex is amazing.
You never get tired of talking about your sex life, do you?
Never. And if I ever do, please shoot me.
Can you tell me something about the border house?
That's one of my favorite topics, darling. What precisely do you want to know?
Is that where we're at? Oh. Border house is a boarding
What made you
house.
decide to run a boarding house?
That's a long story. One of the reasons Mickey and I got together was that we shared a passion for the classic English country inns. You know, quaint, weathered buildings, funny old ladies, and oddly suggestive names like the Lazy Cock.
So why come here to the big city? To America?
We wanted to create a place with a similar atmosphere and hospitality here in Newport. Like a safe house for people like you and I to call home, if only for a short while. So we discussed different options for a few months, and then we decided we wanted to start a boarding house for young, penniless students and artists.
You decided you wanted to do that here in Venice?
We knew that Venice was the place for us long before we came here, but the hard part was finding a building cheap enough.
And this building was available?
Not at first. Like most of the buildings in Venice, this one used to be a factory. But when we first looked at it, a local company was planning to turn it into a bar and nightclub. It was so perfect for our purposes, though, that we appealed to the Venice Borough Council, and after outlining our plans, they gave us the go-ahead at a reduced price, provided we kept our promises regarding our tenants.
Was a little confused there. United States, America, Venice, Newport. I'm not sure if any of that has any like real life connection or not, but it was a little confusing there. But I do think we are in America. She's from England, obviously, and she loves Venice.
What inspired the name Border House?
That came quite naturally when we saw the place. It's on the border between two worlds, isn't it? Between Venice and the city itself. And at the same time, I also believe we're on the border between two more abstract worlds. Between art and spirit on the one hand, and science and technology on the other.
That's very poetic, Fiona.
Yes, I've practiced. I may be an inner city girl, but I can philosophize and bullshit with the best of them.
Alright, so that must be some tie-in to like the multi-dimensional thing that might be going on here between Dream and Not. And this whole time I'm going through all this stuff and I just can't stop thinking about how this looks like brass knuckles for some reason. But yeah.
Do you and Mickey own the place together?
We own it together, yes, and we've shared the responsibilities between us. Mickey takes care of the maintenance of the building, and I busy myself with the administrative tasks. I also take care of the day-to-day management of our tenants, like deciding whether or not to let someone rent a room. And, of course, the unpleasant business of booting someone out.
I thought you enjoyed that part.
Yes, all right. In some cases I do, but not always. It can get quite messy.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
Do you like Newport?
The city? I stay in Venice most of the time. It's easy to forget we're just a tiny little pocket in the middle of a sprawling urban wasteland. But do I like it? I think Newport is one of the great cities of our age. Love it or hate it, you can't argue with that.
And which one is it? Love or hate?
I haven't decided yet, darling. Ask me again in another 15 years. Perhaps I'll have an answer then.
So I'm wondering if Newport is like a big metropolis type of thing, or if it's a tiny town. I don't know. I suppose we'll see when we go outside eventually.
Tell me some more about the Border House.
What precisely do you want to know?
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
Alright, that was short.
What can you tell me about Venice?
I don't really know much about the history of Venice. You should really ask someone with an interest in local affairs. What I do know is that this whole neighborhood used to be an industrial area, and that about 100 years ago they converted most of the buildings into residences for students and the homeless. And it's a nice place to live, certainly. Friendly people, liberal attitudes, great clothing stores, quite perfect, aside from that dreadful stench from the canals in the summertime.
Alright, so I think this is the last thing. What's the story behind my apartment?
Your apartment? It's more a room than anything else. Not much more than a large closet, really.
It's not that small.
It's one of our smallest rooms, but it's cheap and it's on a nice floor. I hope you're happy there.
I like it. It's convenient, and it's got an interesting view.
That's nice to hear, darling. As for the story behind it, no unexplained deaths or hidden pirate treasures, I'm afraid. Just a long string of students on a tight budget.
Thanks for your help, Fiona.
You're welcome, darling.
I'd better get going.
Off to school?
Yeah, there are no more classes this semester, but I have to finish my painting by next Thursday.
For what it's worth, darling, good luck. And don't work too hard, all right?
Okay, alright, that was a lot to get through, but I think here in the beginning, obviously it's going a little slow, but I think we're trying to form some familiarity with these people. I mean, obviously we learned a lot about other tenants and her herself and who April's friends are, perhaps even love interests are, and yeah, there's a lot going on here, but I expect that it'll pick up at some point. I don't know if the real world and dream world stuff is going to mix at some point. It seemed like the dream world, or whatever dimension we want to call that, definitely is where the puzzle solving things like that were. I assume there's going to be some here, but I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, as I said, that was a bit of a slow start, but we'll see how it gets as we move on. I did check how long to beat on this. I was curious what the general time frame for completion was, and it said for full completion this is about 21 hours or so. So I believe that would include things like a lot of, if not all, the dialogue and whatnot. So it's a decently long game, lots of story to get through, but yeah, I mean, so far I like the world building. Seems pretty interesting, and we'll see where it goes from there. So okay, thanks.